Hello, this is Thomas McKenna with Catholic Action for Faith and Family. Many years ago, I became friends with the family of a modern day saint. The saint was Saint Gianna Molla, who died in Italy in 1962. She was a wife, a mother, and a doctor. And it was very inspiring for me because I had wanted to have an outreach for Catholic physicians, and I thought she was a real role model for that. Well, over the years, I came to have a close relationship with the family of Saint Gianna. It's a very unique situation because when Saint Gianna was canonized, it was the only time in the history of the world that a saint was canonized and her husband attended the canonization and her 3 living children attended. Those children are alive today, and I have been friends with them for many years, collaborated with them, but especially one I'm very close with is the daughter of Saint Gianna, who took the same name, Gianna Molla. And it's very special because today is her birthday, April 21st, because she died when her mother gave birth. A week later, Saint Gianna died. It's a whole story about Saint Gianna at 2 months pregnant, had a tumor in her uterus, and the doctor said, well, we should remove the whole uterus, and that would have taken the life of the baby. And Saint Gianna said, this child has the same right to life as my other children. So she took the baby to term, the baby was delivered, and as a result, Saint Gianna contracted infectious peritonitis, and she died a week later, on her feast day today, of April 28th. So today, though, is the day that Saint Gianna gave birth to her daughter, Gianna Manuela, who grew up to be a doctor, a geriatrician, and who is alive and well today. And we've been friends. We're the same age. We've traveled together, spoken together. And actually, Gianna is in the United States right now during this. She got here during the coronavirus. So she's trapped here, but she's with faithful people and doing well. So I just wanted to share with you something that I think is inspiring for doctors to know, something that St. Gianna in her book, this little booklet that I wrote some years ago, we're going to have a second edition coming out soon, that's going to include the miracles of St. Gianna for her canonization. But I just thought today I wanted to leave you with this. St. Gianna, she had many writings, but this is what she said about a vocation, and I will then tie that into doctors. She said, what is a vocation? It is a gift from God, so it comes from God. If it is a gift from God, our concern must be to know God's will. We must enter that path. If God wants, when God wants, how God wants, never force the door. She says, to know our vocation, we need to consult heaven through prayers, to ask our spiritual director, and to ask ourselves, knowing what our inclinations and feelings are. Well, here's something special that I think we can take to mind, especially with knowing how the healthcare workers, doctors, nurses are on the front lines today. This is what St. Gianna said about the mission of a doctor. We physicians have opportunities that a priest does not have, for our mission does not end when medicine is no longer of help. There still remains the soul that must be brought to God. Jesus says, whoever visits the sick is helping me. This is a priestly mission. So St. Gianna said this vocation of a doctor is a priestly mission. Then she continued, just as the priest can touch Jesus, so we doctors touch Jesus in the bodies of our patients, in the poor, the young, the old, and in children. May Jesus reveal himself through us. May he find many physicians who willingly offer themselves to him. When you have finished your earthly profession, if you have done this well, you will enjoy divine life, because I was sick and you healed me. So those are the words of Saint Gianna Molla, a wife, a mother, and a physician, someone who gave her own life so that her daughter could be born. So today, let's offer a prayer for physicians who are on the front line risking their lives because they're following their vocation and understand the importance of this. And that's also, if you want to join me today, it's April 21st, the 58th birthday of Gianna Manuela Molla, and offer a prayer for her. I'm going to do that, and I invite you to also. So take care, keep well, keep safe, and keep the faith, until the next conversation. God bless.